Right, joined today by Stefan Daniel from the Dinos cross-country team. Stefan, thanks for taking some time today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We'll get to the postponement of the Tokyo Paralympics coming up here in a little bit, but I want to look back at the season that you guys had with the cross-country team in 2019-20. And coming in as the defending national champions, you got to host the conference championship, which was rebooted for the first time in 20 years, and you won that going away. Talk to me about that experience, winning that conference championship at home.
Yeah, no, that was a really fun race to be a part of. The UFC did a great job putting it on. A lot of spectators came out, which was awesome to see. But yeah, the plan was to kind of use that as more of a dress rehearsal for nationals. So we didn't fully taper going into it. We wanted to get in a good effort. We're definitely going to race each other hard, but the plan was always to really focus for nationals. But yeah, kind of obviously it was a really snowy day. It was really windy. So I just took it out kind of as I normally would a race, and then the plan wasn't to go solo the entire time. I just went out like I usually do, and then after Kay looked back and saw that I had a gap, and I was like, okay, well, I can either slow up and waste the energy I just used and wait for the pack to catch me, or I can just keep going and just make it hard for them to catch me, and I did, and somehow I got away. It was one of those days where you just feel really, really good, and that's running. Those days come by pretty rarely. And if we reran that race 10 times, I'm sure we'd have 10 different winners. So it was just happened to be my day, and I was pretty excited.
7 of those 10 winners might have been from your own team, as you guys were pretty stacked coming in this year. You are able to go back to Queens, where you won it all in 2018 and defend that national title. A little bit different maybe going in as the favorite. How did you guys respond to that pressure, maybe, if there was any?
Yeah, no, the whole year was a different feel than the year before. I think 2018 we were definitely the underdogs. I think we were probably predicted to get like third or fourth, and then we knew that we had a chance to win, but it would take everyone's best day or close to it, which we luckily got. But 2019 we knew we were the favorites, and we had a big target on our back. So the whole year was just getting ready for that, and we knew that if we ran like we could, we would win. So it's definitely a different kind of pressure, but everyone did what they needed to do. Everyone stepped up on the day, and those people who maybe didn't have the best race at Can West came back and really stepped up. And it was cool to see. We had 3 more Canadians again, with Russell getting third again, which was awesome to see, and then Matt right behind him. So, and we had some new guys step up that were younger the year before, like Maximus Thiessen. So it was a good team effort, and it was definitely excited to come away with a back-to-back win.
So your other life as a triathlete, you were going to switch gears and have a big summer on tap with the Paralympics coming up, and of course, as COVID-19 hit, that changed plans. How did that kind of come about for you? Like, how did you feel when you first thought or saw that there might be a postponement and a change in your training plan?
Yeah, it was interesting. So the plan was, so I took the fall semester or the winter semester off school pretty much. I just did an online course, thinking that I'd be away at training camp a lot and racing. I did get a training camp in Tucson in February before everything started. And then, when everything kind of I was actually about to leave for Florida like 2 days later before the pandemic kind of started. So that was a big shock, but didn't hear about the games, but we thought it was a possibility. And then with the postponement, it was a pretty big shock. But for me, to be completely honest, it was actually a bit of a blessing in disguise. I suffered a navicular stress fracture in the fall during cross country, and which is the top of the foot. It's a little bone there, and it's really hard to heal. I'm still building back my volume to this day to get back to normal. So it's been nice to have the extra time to, not rush into racing and training and stuff. But obviously, having the games postponed is tough because you look forward to it. And I was in really, really good shape, and I was going to be ready. But another year is not the end of the world. I'm still young, and I think another year can help.
What kind of changes are you having to make in terms of your plan? Because these are typically 4-year plans that are embarked on with athletes and their coaches between games. How do you manage that, knowing that you have to add a 5th year onto this quad?
Yeah, no, we definitely had planned the past since Rio. This has been the main goal, is Tokyo, and we have to definitely make adjustments. But sat down with coaches and all the staff that I work with and reevaluate what I need to do. So. It gives us a bit more time to build my running, like I said. And, right now I'm just trying to not think too much about training. I'm in a spring course right now, doing a bit of school, keeping busy with other stuff. And but I know that, this block now will help. I'm just doing a lot of riding right now. Doing some virtual racing on an online platform, which is pretty fun, but just trying to keep busy, and I'm hoping that everything can get back to normal soon.
That was going to be my last question too, is how are you kind of keeping active and managing that piece of it where, there's the formal training is just not something that's allowed right now?
Yeah, so to elaborate on that, there's an online platform on biking called Swift. So it kind of, you put in your weight and it reads your powers, and you have a little guy on the screen, and you can race people in real time around the world, which is really cool. So been doing that to keep up with, the racing kind of feel. I haven't really been swimming. I'm hoping I can get into some lakes in a month, and maybe pools will start to open slowly. And then with running, haven't been able to run as much, but the Dinos are we have like a little challenge that we do where everyone just kind of goes to the res on their own and does a loop of the reservoir, and everyone's just kind of see who can get the fastest time there. So we've been keeping busy that way, but just trying to have fun with it. But hopefully this ends pretty soon.
Sure. Finally, just as we do look ahead another year here to Tokyo in 2021, you're the 3-time defending world champion, but a silver medalist from Rio. What are your expectations and your hopes and goals heading into that event?
Yeah, I don't think it's a secret that I want to win. I definitely want to come in with the gold, but I know there's going to be a lot of guys that have a target on my back, and anything can happen on the day. So I'm just going to keep training as hard as I can and just try to put in a good effort on the day, and we'll just see what happens.
Good stuff. Well, thanks for taking some time with us today, and best of luck the rest of the summer.
Yeah, thanks. No problem.